What's going on, everybody? Mr. New Comics here, and this is part 2 of my rookie reviews. I'm going to go into another 3 books that came out this week from DC, all that I have read. 2 of these I picked up on Wednesday. 1 I had to go back and get. First, we'll start it off with Stormwatch number 1. Stormwatch number 1, Paul Coronel and Miguel Sepulveda. This one was good. I like this start. Here's the thing, this is a little tough to follow for me. You know, as someone that's coming into DC the first time, this book doesn't seem to cater to the new reader as much as some of the other books have. You know, another book I'll actually do in this review perfectly caters to the review, and it figures it's the book that I don't really need to do that. But moving on, this was awesome. This got really good as it started to go, and anything with Martian Manhunter in it is pretty much amazing. I won't give away anything from the book, but the middle of the book and then the last scene and how the Midnighter introduces himself, a character who I will probably enjoy get to knowing in the future, how he introduces himself to this book is pretty much amazing. This book feels pretty massive. It almost, it's hard to explain, but it just feels like it's a big something. There's a big to-do about Stormwatch, and I just really can't wait for the next one to, you know, really start to piece together some of the characters that they didn't, you know, more deeply explain, and you know, as opposed to Justice League 1, they're taking it slow, but they didn't introduce you to any characters. Stormwatch introduced you to all the characters in the book. They just haven't gone into detail about each and every one of them just yet. They're just giving you bits and pieces, and you're starting to learn what's going on. But overall, I thought Stormwatch was still really good, even though it was a little harder for a new guy like myself to follow, and I gave it 3.5 out of 5, and I'm definitely going to pick up issue number 2. Alright, moving on. After, you know, Stormwatch, you know, I had read another book, but yesterday I went back and picked up Animal Man number 1. You know, after getting some great reviews about this book, I decided, you know, let me give it a chance, even though I wasn't very interested in the Animal Man character and hadn't actually known anything about the Animal Man character. I decided, you know, let me give Jeff Lemire a shot here, and see what Mr. Foreman does on the art, and, you know, get into it a little bit. Let me tell you something. This starts off, you know, pretty generic, introducing you to the characters, you know, letting you know who, you know, the man is, you know, the real man is, not Animal Man, the superhero, but the man. And I was enjoying it. You know, it's getting good backstory. You're learning. For somebody like me who doesn't know this character, this is a great number 1. This is a great jump-in piece. You start to feel for who the character is. You understand the characters involved in his life, and it also shows you his abilities. You know, as you quickly see an encounter for him, as he's been kind of on a hiatus, and you know, he comes out, and you know, some weird things begin to happen to him towards the middle end of this book, and then once he seems to go into these dream sequences at the end, this becomes a straight horror book, and the ending to this was also pretty good, and left you wanting to know what number 2 was all about. So, Animal Man, a book that I was in no way wanted to, you know, see what it was about, or want to learn about or read about, ended up taking me for a pretty good ride, and I ended up really enjoying it. So I'd say, you know, Animal Man for me gets a 3.5 out of 5, maybe even a 4 out of 5. Okay, finally for me, that brings us to Detective Comics number 1. This is a book I was really looking forward to. Obviously, as a Batman fan, and the flagship title for DC Comics, you know, this is something I really wanted to read. Tony Daniel writing this, Ryan Wynn on art, and I'll tell you something, the cover is amazing. I love the cover of this. As you can see it there, it's a little blurred, the image I have, but just the Joker looking, his menacing skull, and in that like sea of doll heads, and this was good. You know, sometimes simple is good, and if you don't know who Batman is, if you're a young kid and you're getting into DC Comics, you pick this Detective Comics up and you learn who Batman is. That's why I like this. You know, I thought the art was good in this. I really liked this is one of my favorite books art-wise. Just the way he draws Batman, you know, and the Detective Comics is more of the sleuth, the detective in Batman. So he should be in the shadows more. He should be more of the assassin, you know, the man using his brain to hunt down the criminal. And I thought that was great. And then the fight with the Joker in this is awesome. The Joker is awesome in this. You know, maybe it's plain, maybe you've seen it before, maybe it's generic, but it's all done very well. And then a great last page. I thought that was really good. A nice cliffhanger, a nice what the hell's going on, to make you realize that, you know, there's something deeper to this, there's something more going on, you know, as there always is with the Joker. There's something happening here, and I really enjoyed this out of the bunch. It's my favorite personally, and maybe that's because I'm a Batman fan, but so what, I'm a little biased. I gave Detective Comics #1 a 4 out of 5, and that's it for this. Stay tuned for the third part. Well, I'll do 3 more books, including obviously the big one of the week that I haven't done yet, Action Comics #1. This is Mr. New to Comics, and thanks for listening.